they have somebody working hand in hand with them. So thank you for that. Commissioner, I have all of your points. As always, they're very direct, and we'll make sure that we get those answers from the deputy mayor. On the issue of this FOIA request, do you have what you need now? Do you have what you requested?
No, Councilmember.
You still don't have what you
not.
requested. What is missing?
Well, first of all, what's missing is a privilege log and the information that's necessary for us to determine whether DEMPED actually complied with the request. This is required under the FOIA. Anytime a request is made, if an agency withholds information or redacts part of a record, it has to indicate on the record, or at least somewhere, what was redacted and why, what the asserted basis for the redaction was.
Okay.
We've been asking for this for weeks and weeks. We're at the end of a 6-month process here. We filed our original request in July 2013, and it was originally denied by DEMPED, but they were reversed by the Mayor's General Counsel's office. But even following that reversal, DEMPED has dragged its heels at every step of the way. They have not produced the documents they've been ordered to produce. And as a matter of fact, I'm headed there right after this hearing to try to pick these records up.
Ask my staff also, because we have an Office of Open Government that's independent from the executive, and they are responsible for monitoring compliance, and we're going to ask them to take a look at this issue as well. And if they can't get answers, it will be referred to the board of the Board of Ethics and Government Accountability. So I'm going to figure out what's missing. We'll ask the deputy mayor to make it available just as soon as possible, and then we'll ask the board to step in.
I appreciate that. If I could reiterate, what we're requesting here are public records that are required to be disclosed. They're required to be posted online on the agency's website, whether or not they're requested. And that's true for all public contracts going back to November 2001. So that's what we're really asking. These documents should be available online so that members of the public have all the pertinent information when they're deciding whether or not to support these deals that DEMPED is negotiating.
You're absolutely right. And I started out my comments this morning, some hours ago now, about that our government has this kind of default to keeping things closed. And that doesn't mean that there's anybody doing anything wrong or nefarious. It's just that that's kind of been the way that we've done business. We have to have a new default. We need a fresh start for openness and transparency and putting information out. And we also kind of dump stuff on the website when we don't want anybody to find it. We want to put information out in a way that's usable and digestible, so it's very easy for members of the public to go and find it. Hines School and its disposition is no small matter. It's a big public facility. It's a big public benefit. It's been the subject of a lot of acrimony in the neighborhood. The government decided to move forward with a project, and everybody deserves the right to the information, period, point blank. So we need to make sure that information is available. So let me ask the deputy mayor what gives and how he can make that information available to you, and then we'll avail ourselves of all the processes.
If I could respond once more. I would like to say in this case, many members of the public do feel that they were misled. They were told that the public benefits that were being provided in connection with this development were in the form of contributions and donations that the developer made. Now those two terms, contributions and donations, were expressly relied upon by the Zoning Commission when it approved the planned unit development order granting the waivers necessary to do this development. Now, when you talk about donations and contributions, and you fail to disclose that you are being reimbursed $1.9 million by taxpayers, that leads to the appearance that you are not disclosing the information necessary for the members of the public to evaluate the deal according to its actual terms. And
so
that's
what you're really trying to
find
find out is, do you believe that you've determined that there were no real contributions made for those public amenities?
What we found out is that when we did this FOIA request, we got the lease, simply the lease that is conveying this property to the developer. And under the terms of the lease, which were not disclosed publicly, these payments which were characterized as donations and contributions, are actually going to be reimbursed to the developer by taxpayers. And this is in Exhibit, I guess it's Exhibit B of the written testimony that I'll be providing to the committee, and I'll be happy to provide the entire ground lease and any other documents you might need.
Okay, and are you going to submit that today, or are you going to get
Yes,
that
I have
back
it
to
right
us? Okay, and so that would be helpful. Those are my questions. Yes, Mr.
I just want to weigh in
Commissioner.
just because our commission was the commission that where Hine is located.
Yes, sir.
And I mentioned a couple of issues that we had with the Freedom of Information Act request. I just want to, for your clarification, without getting involved in the whole, and as I said, there's pending litigation, ANC 6B supported the Hine planned unit development. We supported the agreement. We negotiated an agreement with the development team. And so I just wanted to be careful in characterizing that there's a large movement of folks who are opposed to the Hine development moving
Oh,
forward.
I didn't say that.
I just want to make sure that that's clear in terms of how the neighborhood feels about it. There certainly are folks who are concerned about it, who feel misled, and they're having their opportunity to weigh in, as they should, in the process because they filed suit on it. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear from at least from my perspective.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you all for your testimony. I'm going to
It was
stop.
a 6-4 vote.
I got it. Well, you know, the majority rules. So thank you.
Thank you.
Chris Donatelli, Barbara Lang, Bishop Matthew Hudson, Brad Fennell,